Are you struggling with routing in your React application? It can be really frustrating when things don't work as expected. Today, we're going to tackle the issue of using this.props.history.push and why it might not be functioning properly. I totally get it. You click on a customer, and instead of seeing the new component, you're left staring at the same old list. It's like trying to change the channel on your TV, but it just won't budge. You're not alone in this. Many developers face similar challenges. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user asked, "Why isn't this.props.history.push working in my React app?" They provided some code snippets, and it seems like the address bar updates, but the view doesn't change. Sound familiar? Let's dive in and find a solution together. So, what could be going wrong here? When using React Router, it's essential to ensure that the component you're trying to navigate to is properly set up and that the routing logic is correct. Let's break it down step by step. And stick around. I've got a crucial tip at the end that will help you avoid this issue in the future. To address the issue with routing in React Router, the user should first ensure that the component is wrapped with the with router higher order component. This allows the component to access the history prop correctly. Next, the user should check if the handle customer click function is being triggered correctly when a customer is clicked. They can add a console log to verify that the function is executed. After confirming that the click handler works, the user should ensure that the customer component is set up correctly to receive the route parameters. This can be done using the match prop. Finally, the user should check the routing configuration to ensure that the path for the customer component is correctly defined. The path should match the URL structure used in history.push. Fun fact, did you know that React Router was created to help developers manage navigation in single-page applications? It's a game changer, but it can be tricky at times. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution suggests that the issue may be related to a blocked update. The problem arises because the new URL is meant to be rendered by the same component currently in use. To resolve this, you can pass the window URL as a prop. This allows React to detect the prop change and update the view accordingly. Additionally, ensure that the location prop is passed to the component where the redirect occurs. This way, whenever the location changes, React will reinitialize the component with the correct values. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. An alternative solution comes from a user who experienced similar issues. They found that nesting the browser router was the cause of their problem. They advise against nesting browser router because it can lead to the history object referring to the nearest browser router parent. This means that if you push a target URL that isn't recognized by that browser router, the corresponding component won't load. Instead, they suggest structuring your routes by removing the browser router from nested components. This way, the switch can function correctly without interference from multiple router instances. Let's take a moment to review another user's answer. An alternative solution suggests checking your component structure. If you have a root file like app.jsx, ensure that your render method uses the switch component to define your routes. When rendering a child component, pass down the props using the spread operator. This way, the history object will be available in the child component, allowing you to use this .props.history.push effectively. Now, let's shift our focus to a different response. An alternative solution provided by another user is to export the customer's component instead of the customer's list. This change ensures that the correct component is rendered when navigating. Now, let's shift our focus to a different response. An alternative solution suggests using the use history hook from React Router DOM. This approach is particularly useful if you switch to a functional component. By using use history, you can programmatically navigate to different routes without issues. For more details, you can check the official documentation on the use history hook at the provided link. Here's the tip I promised. Always test your routes in isolation. This can help you pinpoint issues quickly and save you a lot of time. And there you have it. With these steps, your routing should work smoothly. Remember, double-check your setup and keep testing. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.